Hello, Ashbury.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to Vampyr. My name is Captain Zark. We are back at the Ascalon Club to report on the murder? Not murder. Sort of murder. The killing of that stage lady that was really dramatic. The ugly arm. Anyway.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please, tell us the good news.
Hello, chat.
Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
I'm new to
I'm just
doctor.
a doctor.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on
you
some
dense?
sort of diplomatic
Are you this
mission?
dense, Reed?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years.
I mean, you know
This
him,
is
I
but
don't.
the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I
Couple
go, I
questions.
have a few questions.
Just a couple.
All right, I'm listening.
Let's see what my options are.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then.
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
I'm really hoping I get to kill you.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
Is there
Yeah.
any danger?
Right,
Blood
catches.
alters a mortal
Seems
body
like a
so
big
deeply.
thing to focus
Some
on.
don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
And I assume that doesn't guarantee
So
a
shall
survival.
I just let him
so,
drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
What I'm hearing is you want me to make sure he doesn't rise.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Just wink twice if I'm misreading you. Well, I can't see your face. I'm going to assume I read you entirely correctly and you want me to kill him. Time to go to the church. Oh, yeah.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, he might be very useful if he's my progeny and I have any control over him. That'd be nice.
I'd like your
But your
advice
input
on
would be
the matter.
nice.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you
Vampire
think
politics.
it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turned the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really?
He could try.
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Womp. I'm better than he
Please
is.
tell me more about
I also have
your
better
recent
weapons than he
investigation.
is. Fully
As long
upgraded
as you
everything.
lower your voice.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Interesting. I mean, it's fairly obvious why she's vindictive, so we're not even going to ask that question.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
Yeah,
man is
you didn't give me too much
dangerous.
information.
Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor?
yeah.
Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's
I think I cut that part out to
already.
avoid politics on my channel, but
Let the reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
that's fair.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
You know, you're one of my favorite characters in this, and because of that, I think you're gonna die. Hello, Chad. Goodbye, Chads. I'm gonna go turn Aloysius. Wink, wink.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
And why we are not going to. Listen, if I'm making any progeny, it's gonna be on my terms, not because some Chad told me to.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
This sounds like a murder mystery waiting to happen.
It's locked, all right. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Yeah. I'm tired of these locked doors.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Which one? What passage? You're wearing a dead body. Passage. Oh, just over here. Oh, Mr. Vampire.
This is us!
I really don't care. If you had anything important to say, well, you're dead now, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. In we go. see, we're now in creepy tunnels, so let's see where this leads. Maybe it's the secret tunnels I've been looking for. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Ox. Hello, rats. I got bullets for the guns I don't use. Awesome. Yeah, that looks a little bit like an arena, I'll be honest with you. Can I drop them? I sort of can.
Die!
Yeah, see, I told ya. Oh, you are hurt. Okay, that was interesting. Don't know why he was here, but, you know, he's dead now. Let's keep it going. Alright, that was interesting. Weird puzzles, but okay. Oh my fucking god.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Hello.
Are you from Ascalon? I don't care.
Would you kindly just stop? Thank you.
Disgusting asshole! Vampire will not, I'll never be your wife!
Alright, well, guess what? You're not trapped anymore. Saved you.
Miss
You shouldn't be
Teasdale.
here.
Are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
That's fair. I mean,
Goodbye,
I killed
Miss
everything on the way
Teasdale.
there, so you should be fine.
And be careful. Until we meet again.
I'm just gonna take from this box that was right behind you. Okay, and let's continue attempting to find the way into the dude's house.
Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Hi. Do I know you? Hello?
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Oh, I appreciate that.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Doctor. Dr. Reed,
Right.
I am glad to see you again.
Good evening.
You know...
Aloysius.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Love it. Great. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's all I
Goodbye
need
for
from you.
now, Miss Price.
So I think you had someone in your basement. Yes, yes, you have someone locked up in your basement.
It's locked.
Let me go check on that, because you shouldn't have people locked up in your basement. I don't know how to get into your basement. Alright. You're another person. Hello. Fellow bowler hat wearer, what happened? Why is there a loading screen for this? I spoke to a man.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting
Might
an
I ask you why you
investigation about
created
the
a loading
epidemic
screen?
in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr.
Oh.
Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke
Things
Hospital.
have gone very wrong.
May I ask who you are?
What? 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 Huh. It's just... Alright. Well, I have to look into that later. I'll just take that from your table. Hi.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you.
I see.
My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise.
Huh.
I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
True. True indeed. Maybe you can give me
Is
some
there
details on
anything you could tell me
Aloysius.
about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay, we have more. Oh, we've got both the informations on him. That is good. Well, that's all I
Goodbye,
need
sir.
from you.
Until we meet again.
Is this it? Did I finally find it? Oh, good. I think I found it.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
No.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Uh-huh. No, that's a
Very
poor,
well.
poor decision on your end.
But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right, all right. What is it you wish to ask?
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Alright, can note that down.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Man, you are not filling me with confidence.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Huh. Alright. Well, that
Let's move
fills the
on.
questionnaire.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Man, you are not filling me with confidence, my friend.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
They're not painting him in any
Let
way,
me
in
guess.
any form of
You
redeemable
mean to
light.
isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate
I don't know if that's
measure
on
for desperate
purpose,
times.
or if they
England
forget that
must
because this is a
prevail,
game,
Doctor,
there's an option
no matter
for
the cost.
cure. That they just think, you know, people will go, oh yeah, no, this will work. But, you know, he's
I've
not
heard
filling with
enough.
confidence, and he just sounds like
It's
a
time
complete
to
and
proceed.
utter rich asshole.
At
So,
last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've
yeah,
been preparing
this might
such
hurt
a long
a little
time
bit.
for this.
Well, yeah, we got this option.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
See, it's probably the best outcome, all things considered. Now, to be fair, it's not that I don't entirely understand, because, like, personally, the idea of dying is terrifying to me. And it's it's an inevitability, but it is scary. And in his situation, who's to say I wouldn't try to do the same? But in that situation, you know, it'd be... Having a situation like that where someone eases you out of that fear would probably be the better way to go about it. It's kind of like a die the hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain kind of situation. So, you know, I kind of like the outcome of that, even if he was originally, the way we started this, is an asshole. But anyway, that is, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you all have a lovely evening, day, night, whatever it is it may be. I've got some stuff in the backlog, in the pipeworks. I can't remember the term at the moment.
It's locked.
But yeah, I've got stuff coming. Keep an eye out for it. Could be interesting. Maybe you'll all hate it. Who knows? But until next time, bye!